What's up, guys? Welcome to the Complete Bass Basics online course. The great thing about this is you can always come back and brush up on whatever things you may have questions on or may have forgotten. These things are uploaded just for you. Okay. So for the first lesson, what you should have your bass. All right. Um, if you don't have one, the bass is the essential. But if you don't have one, get you a chord. You don't need an amp for this, but I have a little small one right here just so you can hear exactly what I'm doing. Uh, and a tuner, small little tuner. I recommend that you go and buy one of these. Not enough bass players have tuners. All right, so go invest your little $20 and get you a tuner. Okay, I want this to be fun, guys. I hope you enjoy it. So for the first lesson, we're doing finger placement and hand exercise, and I'm going to show you a very simple but very productive hand exercise, right? But before we get into it, we're going to tune our bass. And so one end of your chord goes into your bass, the other end goes into your tuner. And as you can see, it should be set to 440, right? Okay, and then you turn your volume up. And then for those of you that have a 5-string, your first string is going to be B. For those of you that have a 4-string, your first string is going to be F. And so I'm going to start with the F string. All right, well, actually, I'll start with a B string just in case if you do have a 5-string. And so what you'll see is that green light says that your B string is tuned. Okay, now we go to the next one. That green light says your E string is tuned. That's why I recommend you getting this. You can't hear, but it's sending the sound through there. See the green light? My A string is tuned. There you go. My D string is tuned. And my G string is tuned. If you have a 6-string, you're going to have a high C on the bottom. All right? But you should have a 5-string or a 4-string. I recommend the 4-string. All right? So with that, take that, plug it into the input of your amp. Okay? I'll do a separate video. There's a separate video on YouTube that talks about how to set your amp. So you can go to it and check it out whenever you get a chance. But as of right now, as of right now, we are just going to first start off with, all right, we are just going to start off with lesson one. Lesson one is finger placement, hand exercise. Finger placement, hand exercise. The most important part of this lesson is to get your fingers used to playing on the bass. Okay, and so it takes practice for that. And so I recommend that you should be practicing at least 15 to 20, well, at least 15 to 30 minutes per day, at least 15 to 30 minutes a day. And if you're doing 15 minutes, that should be strictly just hand placement, especially if you're just beginning. All right. And so here's what I want you to say. Every finger has a fret. Every finger has a fret. And so what you're doing is you're stretching each one of your fingers across the first 4 frets. Why are we doing it at the top instead of down here where the frets are smaller? Because your hand needs to be able to stretch, right? One of the most important things about playing bass is using your entire hand, using all of your fingers. And so that's what this exercise is going to do. It's going to get you used to using all your fingers and using your entire hand, okay? All right? And so we're going to start out. So for everybody that has a 5-string, you are going to be starting on your 2nd string, okay? If you have a 4-string, you are going to be starting on your top string, okay? And this is a very easy, very simple finger placement hand exercise, okay? I got the BPM set to 90. Can you hear that? All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk up each finger on each fret, okay? We're going to do that on the 1st string. Then you're going to go to the 2nd string. Then you're going to go to the 3rd string. And then you're going to go to the last string. And then you're going to walk right back up. When you get done with that last string, we go right back up to the next string, then go up to the 2nd string, then you back up to the 1st string, and that's done. Okay, so that is just one entire exercise, and I recommend you do that for 60 seconds. 60 seconds at the beginning of each practice. All right, and so we're going to start out. We're starting on, this is the F, the first fret. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I'm doing? Next string. Very simple. Very simple, very easy. Last string. Now go back up. There you go. There you go. This is very simple exercise. Very simple. Very easy. It's just getting your fingers to stretch and hit these frets. Got it? There you go. Very easy and very simple. First exercise is just stretching those hands out. Now look, here's what I want you to see. Okay, you see at the front of that, there's a space, and then there's a dot. Your bass should have a dot, then a space, and then a dot. You're only working with these first 4 frets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, for this exercise and the next exercise after this, you're only going to use these 4. All right, and so that is just to stretch your hands out. Okay, and so what you're doing is you're doing this. You're pinching it, not too tight, but squeezing it just enough so that you can get you some volume out of it. Okay, also on this back end, okay, some people use their thumb. I recommend using your fingers. Get used to using these fingers right here. If you hit it too hard, you'll hear that sound. You don't want to hit it too hard. You don't have to pull it. You just gently drag your finger right across it, just like that. Very easy. Very easy and very simple. See what I'm doing? Very easy and very simple. Okay? 1 through 4 all the way down. Then you go, when you get to that last string, you coming right back up. So let's do it one more time, and then we can go to the next one. All right? One more time, and then we can go to the next one. Let me get the metronome ready. One more time, and then we're going to go to the next one. Go. Stretch those fingers. Stretch those fingers. Stretch those fingers. Stretch those fingers. Every finger has a fret. Every finger has a fret. Every finger has a fret. Every finger. We having fun. We having fun. Every finger has a fret. Every finger has a fret. Every finger has a fret. Every. All right. Now walk it right back up. Next string up. Go. Good. 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 We having fun, guys. Good. 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 Last string, top, go. Good. 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 Great. You know what? You just learned your first exercise on bass. You should congratulate yourself.